I am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. We got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night. Do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. Get ready for the ride. Come on. Listen, yeah. Future, flexing. Into the ground to the next thing. New brand flex, no resting.
Welcome to another episode of the I'm your host, JB, and I'm here with RedCycloneInc.
What is going on? What is going on?
Killing Slimmer. I hear you are in space.
Yeah.
What it is?
Yeah, I got Starfield. I started the game, and it's going. I'm still pretty early on to the game, probably like maybe less than 5 hours in. It's okay so far. I would say the characters and story is kind of boringish. There's a very Mass Effect kind of story it has, but not as good.
Well, I'd say if you're 5 hours in, give it some time.
Yeah.
There's probably at least one or two storylines, because that's somewhat how I felt about Fallout.
Yeah. But I'm seeing the different troops, like you could be a space pirate, shit like that. So that's kind of where I'm like my goal is to become a space pirate. But it's like I'll say the gunplay and the action stuff been pretty solid so far. But when it comes to just like I don't know, like the game has its hiccups, the game has its glitches, it has random people, random NPCs running in the walls and just like trying to run through it for some reason, no reason at all. It has the very Skyrim-ish early build of Skyrim, early build of Fallout. It has its glitches and all that stuff. The interface could be better. The inventory thing could be better. Shit like that, like shit that just becomes a nuisance to have to go through a menu to get to press pause and go to the inventory, to pick your stuff and things like that. You can put it in a favorite place, but other than that, like if you want to change your costume or you don't want to wear your whole spacesuit out, you have to go through the inventory to do it, and it's a nuisance to do it.
Okay.
I saw the reviews of it, and like the average review is like 7 and 8. At right now, I'll say the early build of the game right now, I can see where the 7 is, and I can see where 8 is, because there's some good things in it.
I only have one question. Do they, because this is the big boy edition that you have, like the only way you could get in, you couldn't get the regular edition of the game and get it early.
Yeah.
So, do you think in the week leading up, well, from when you got it until what is it, this week, right? What's the release date?
Release date is
the
tomorrow
8th or something?
The 6th.
Tomorrow.
The Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, do you think in the span of the week, right? Do you think they'll push out some type of early patch to fix some of the little stuff? Because remember, I'm just saying. Remember, it's not the big release for the entire world. So there's gonna be a lot of people playing it.
I could see them fixing some hiccups here and there, but not like the whole. I see the inventory thing and the menu stuff. I could see that coming into a later update, because that really needs work. It's really annoying. It's really good.
Right.
And same thing with the building the spaceship. As much as I want to get into it, the way it looks and the way how it controls is just it kind of annoys me. The spaceship stuff I wish was more like a dogfight and less like you're in a cockpit and just turning around.
Okay.
Like I feel, like I said, how I described it to you, like in Star Wars when Luke goes into the Millennium Falcon cannons and how it controls. That's how you control your ship, and it kind of annoys me. I feel like I go nowhere. It's going somewhere, but I feel like I'm going nowhere. But I guess maybe when you get a more powerful ship, it goes by faster. But
Okay.
for right now, I got the basic ass ship, and it's slow. So that's probably it.
Yeah.
Once I do finish that
I
Batman,
figured.
that Batman / Mantis stage, I'll get his ship, and I'll probably go faster.
Gotcha.
Yes, not the Mantis TV show, but Mantis Starfield. But there's a couple of things came out this week that so Boom Cyberpunk, Boom Flash Rush Cyberpunk. I did not pick up
Bomb
yet.
Rush.
Bomb Rush. Okay. A Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. There you go. I didn't pick up yet. I'm gonna try to pick up later this week. But it looks really good. I was watching a lot of videos of it, so I'm actually kind of excited to play it. But Turtles, Shattered Dimensions. Or is it Shattered? Yeah, Shattered Dimensions. The DLC came out with Usagi Yojimbo and Karai. And it's pretty cool. The survival shit, it could get hard, but it's fun, and it's cool seeing the Easter eggs of a bunch of characters in the background and shit, and the different stages they put into the survivor mode and shit. It's pretty cool, and I thought it was very creative how they did it. I like how Usagi plays. I like how Karai. I was describing Karai as that kung fu dude from Street Rage 4.
You said kung fu?
The martial art dude from Street Rage 4 with the long hair.
Oh yeah.
She plays a lot like him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're very slow but power hits and shit. Yeah, so she plays like him. Usagi is pretty dope.
You said she's slow?
Well, she has like, she's not slow, but she has power hits. But her hits are like very straight and strong. So, but she'll have like a 3-hit combo that's really strong. So like, it's like she catches you and then you get the 3 hits. But she's like on 1 foot half the time and shit like that. Even on the skateboard, she's like on 1 foot.
Gotcha. Okay.
Usagi is made for air combat. Like his style is meant for air combos. Even his supers go into that air combo stuff, and it's pretty dope though. Like I like his gameplay. I like his style. I like his costumes and stuff like that. I always go with the white jacket. It looks pretty dope.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, the Survivor is fun. I played with a couple of people. I gotta get a 6-man thing going, but I did play with a couple of people just randomly online, and I made it almost up to the last dimension. But there's a lot of, so my shit is I get distracted because there's a lot of Easter eggs in the background. I'm trying to figure out all the fucking Easter eggs I see. There's a lot of Easter eggs in the backgrounds of the Shattered Dimension shit.
Okay.
From like the kid turtle to Mona Lisa to Mount the Gecko's in the back. This random cow. They have a bunch of characters from the comic. They have a bunch of characters from the comic from Usagi Yojimbo. It has the black and white comic. It has a Game Boy Advance filter. It has a Game Boy filter and all that shit. So it's pretty cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying it. It's pretty cool.
What is it? Is only $7.99?
$7.99. Actually, if you if you're a PS Gold, it was $7. We'll give you $1 off.
Okay.
But
okay,
it's worth it. Like if you haven't played the game in a while and wanted to get back in, try to platinum it or something like that, that's the perfect time. Even though Shredder's fucking hard as shit now.
Mm-hmm.
He catches you, no matter what. He knows where you're going. He sees what you're doing.
I've seen this the new Crystal version Shredder or whatever it is from the survival.
Yeah.
And I've seen that he looks messed up.
Yeah.
He looks rough.
Yeah. He's pretty dope.
Cause he has like summoning moves and stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's real messed up.
Yeah, he's messed up. He's just messed up. But other than that, that's all I've been playing. Starfield been taking over. I also got my Spider-Man 2 controller in for my PS5. It's pretty. That's about it. It's pretty. It's a regular PS5 controller. It just has the Venom on it, and I think it looks cool. It looks cool.
Do you know if they made just that's the only type of that, or did they make the special like elite controller version of that as well?
No, it's just the regular controller.
Okay.
Is that, and then the plates, and then the actual system.
Gotcha. And the system is the disc one?
Both.
Oh, they have both.
Yeah,
That's
one for both. Yeah.
Okay.
The systems you can still get is the side plates that people are going crazy on eBay for.
You mean this brand new one?
Yeah, the side plates, like people are like going crazy prices on eBay, but the systems are available.
But you said if you wanted to purchase the system, it's not that crazy.
No, it's not that crazy. You probably still pre-order it.
I got you.
It's the fucking side plates that you can't find anywhere.
Okay.
I missed out on it, and I was like, I ain't fucking paying more than what that was for. If I would pay money for it, I'll get it customized.
Is there a standard price that they set those at?
Like $69.99 or $59.99.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I was not going higher than that. I was like, but if the Spider-Man one, I think it was $69.99. I was like, I'm not going higher than that. Like honestly, if I go higher than that, it's gonna be a customized. Like I'm gonna get someone to do that shit. They make it look badass, but I'm not gonna like show off the PlayStation like that. So I'm like, whatever. Like I have that shit inside.
Yeah.
It's on its side. It's not standing or anything like that. So I don't care. So.
All right. And then the countdown is what until Spider-Man?
Officially, like 2 months.
Officially, okay, 2 months.
October 24th.
Cool. Gotcha.
Mario's like that same week too. That Sunday.
That was something that happened this weekend.
Yeah, Nintendo.
I did not watch the entire thing, but I know they showed off more of the new Mario game, right?
Mario Wonder.
They showed everybody in their elephant forms hanging out.
So one thing I was surprised that they took out is that all the characters all play the same. They don't have the additional things that usually they do, like Luigi jumps higher, Peach could glide and shit like that. They don't do that no more.
Now, has that been gone since like Mario 2? Because I have not played the other games where they let you play multiple characters.
No, I feel like every time they added Peach, you always had the glide.
Okay. Well, no, because I'm asking because remember the one that was, what is it called? World? Is that what it's called? The one with the little bubble. When you die, you end up in a bubble when you play multiplayer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Wii U one, or the Wii one.
Okay. Did that one? Because I know that one had multiple characters. That had Mario, Luigi, Toad,
and they all play a little different.
It was still in that game. They still had the differences, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one with the cat. The last one, the Super Mario 3D World. The one with the cat.
Okay.
Suit that it would Peach glide and shit too.
That was still in that game as well.
Yeah. All right. So this is the first one that they all kind of have the same thing, and then Yoshi.
But do they have a lot? Mike, that's my question. Do they since they took that out? Do you see that they're giving you a lot of options?
So what they did was they have this little purple guy. They have Toadette, and they have Yoshi as the easy player, like easy mode. So like they're invincible and they could do a lot more things, and they can help you get faster through the stages. And then you have the regular Mario Brothers that kind of give you more of the challenge, but they all kind of jump the same, play the same.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Did they announce like a special system for that? Because I know usually.
Yeah, there's a red OLED coming out.
I did see that. Gotcha. You know, not for nothing. The red Wii.
I had it.
The Canadian Wii.
I had the Super Mario Brother one.
No, not okay. So it's not that one. There's a specific red Wii that it wasn't branded, because the Mario one is branded. Yeah. The red Wii is just a Wii, but it's red.
Okay.
And I was like, that's gotta be like the coolest system ever. but it was a Canadian exclusive.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it was for.
I don't remember.
It was just for Canada.
I don't remember the Mario Wii being branded.
It wasn't branded.
No, it was just red.
Didn't have like a little M on the front
No.
somewhere. Okay.
Not that I know of. It's still in my mom's house.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. That I think. Yes. So there's different ones too.
Yeah.
There was the Wii, the regular Canadian Wii, which I see has a little C next to it. And then there was that top load Wii. Did you ever see that one with the black lid? There's a Wii with a black lid. Like they changed the style of the Wii, like at the end.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And it's like it has this black thing with name on top, like the black lid, where they changed how you put the disc in there. I think.
Yeah,
so
they also put the sensor on it, so you don't have the loose sensor.
Did that ever come out here? Like in America? Did that
yeah, it
come out here?
did. Yeah.
Was that Japanese?
Yeah, it came out here. It's just like the end. It was like the end of the Wii when it came out, though.
Okay.
Like the Wii was dead when that came out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I had the Super Mario. I had this
25th anniversary console.
Yeah,
was the
I had
red
that.
one.
I had that one.
I see it.
Yeah, it didn't have any like special thing.
No, it was just red. I got you.
And then my Spider-Man system is red. And my PS4.
But that's branded though. That's Spider-Man system.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had it, but I wound up selling it. It was the Resident Evil one, the 360, I think it was.
Okay.
That was all red. I actually like the color red. So like if they make a dope system that looks red, like the Spider-Man one is their dope. The brand is dope. Like the big white spider on it, it looks really sick.
Because that's his specific Spider-Man costume. That's the one for the PS4 era Spider-Man.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Did they ever incorporate that into any book or no?
They made a book for that for that Spider-Man, yes, and he was in the Spider-Verse too.
Oh, the specific.
He was in the Across the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse. Yeah, he's in the background somewhere.
I understand. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. How's Armor Core?
That was the Wii Mini.
Yeah.
That's what it was called. The Wii Mini. My bad. Okay.
How's Armor Core?
Since last week, it's the same. They haven't done any updates or anything to it. Like I said, it's pretty solid game. I have finished. See, there's just stuff going on. So, if you don't know, I'm not sure if you picked it up, but there's a lot of different things, little updates going on in some games that recently came out. So Diablo is going through a bunch of updates.
Oh shit.
And they're like, developers are like literally branding it like listen, you want to play this update, we're gonna put this out here. They're taking charge of those updates to let you know exactly when they're coming out.
Yeah.
And then one came out last week, so I've been looking into Diablo 4 again because I stopped playing it for the season.
Too.
Not because it was boring, it's because I beat the game.
Oh, okay. I just stopped because
like I beat
other
the
shit
game.
came out.
so like I kind of lost interest in it, but like it's not like I didn't finish it. It's like I beat the game. I went to the third difficulty, and I saw how much more difficult it can get. I didn't get to the last world, but I was like, at that point you're just grinding for stuff, and I was like, that's fine, but like there's other stuff, like you said, other stuff coming out. So I'm gonna actually go back into playing the Diablo stuff because I've seen people say that the season 1 is hit or miss.
Okay.
But again, I don't really play a lot of games that you grind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Monster Hunter is the only game that I could say is like a kind of a forever game, but even that game you don't grind. You just make the stuff and then you beat the harder versions of everything, and then once you get to the end of that, that's pretty much when you're done. Like it has a definitive end to that. Like I guess Diablo's right now is level 100.
Yeah.
I'm just like that's I could do that, but it's not like it's gonna unlock more story when I get there. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'll
So it's
play
like,
more
oh,
when Jackie's ready to play again, because she's got into Diablo 2, and I was helping her go through her stuff. So maybe if she
mhm.
decides to play it again, I'll jump on it with her.
I mean, it is better co-op.
Yeah,
I can 100% attest to that because when I was playing with my friend and his boy, it was definitely a more enjoyable thing to go through. But that was because we were doing some of the more difficult content.
yeah,
But the main game in Diablo 4, that's pretty
yeah.
good.
Cool.
I could still just recommend, like, if you don't really want to get into all that season stuff, like
Yeah.
the base game of Diablo 4 is solid. Like, and the story is very well written. I honestly think it's one of the better well written stories that came out so far this year.
Nice.
Like, I didn't have the urge to skip anything. I like all the voice acting in that game. Like, it's pretty good. So Armor Core, like I said, I'm just slowly going through it. I'm not trying to rush it.
Yeah.
I know there's stuff to do when you beat it. Like, there's just legit Dark Souls type of things where there's more content,
Yeah.
which is like that's a good FromSoft holdover.
Yeah.
So that's good. Turtles, I have not played the DLC yet, so that's something I'll probably do this week. You know, I already have the game, so I don't have to worry about that. There was no. I'm just finishing up what I do have. That means like finishing up some more Remnant,
Yeah.
like trying out the harder difficulties on that to see what that's actually like. And then I'll probably try to finish up Armor Core before I get into Starfield. But that's
There you
like
go.
I'm just watching people go through it, different styles of people playing that.
Yeah.
So I have this guy that he likes to just be a shit poster. He likes to just kill people and steal things and act a fool in those games. So I'm watching him go through it, which that way seems to be like the most fun to play the game.
That's kind of I'm a space scoundrel.
Yeah, but it just seems like just being a dick, and he's also like he's stealth, so he's stealing a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
he's doing the unlocking thing where he's just like picking locks and going in people's rooms and taking it, and that's kind of the Fallout experience I like,
Yeah.
because Fallout put so much stuff in every area that you don't like. If you don't spec into a certain thing, you'll just miss a lot of content.
Yeah.
You just miss a lot of weapons, you miss a lot of junk, you miss a
Yeah.
lot of material. So like seeing that style of play be present gives me a little bit of like, okay, I can do that. And then I'm seeing people do like the soldier type of thing where they just spec it to guns and they want to do like straightforward story progression, but they're not doing anything wild and crazy. And that seems a little bit more like measured and not that exciting to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't seem bad because like it doesn't seem broken and buggy. But then again, people are progressing to the story. I see that you get powers in the game.
Yeah.
Like there's some Skyrim stuff in there. Like I'm like, okay, if that's where the game goes, like when you get further, I'm into it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see more of it. That's
And then-
why I keep
and then
grinding.
I will also say, not for nothing. So the problems you're experiencing with the way the ship feels. Now the guy who did the scoundrel thing, he ended up running into some bad people early on who tested him.
Yeah.
And because he didn't beat him in one try, he just saved it, loaded and saved it, loaded and tried out different ways of beating up these guys, like these pirates or whatever.
Yeah.
So he beat them, stole their ship, and then flew off into space. So
Yeah.
he started the game with like a way better shit than you're supposed to start with.
Yeah.
Because he did something that's hard. Like to get past that is legitimately hard to do. And he just took his time and he got through it. And so they reward you for taking the path less traveled.
Yeah.
And again, seeing that that's in the game and that it progresses in certain ways that way, that's the stuff I'm looking forward to. Like
Yeah.
that do little side avenues. It's not exactly every solution for a problem is straightforward, that's the type of stuff I like in a big open game.
Yeah,
So,
I persuaded someone to give me their ship.
see what I'm saying? Like again, like
I was like, I could
the
kill you if
points
you
put
want.
into skills. Yeah, it's like the points you put into skills and your guns and your talk. What is it? Barter. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what the equivalent of barter is in this game.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Like I see, like there's different things you can intimidate. You can
Yeah.
like there's a little bit of that Mass Effect in there. So like I'm like okay. That's the stuff that's gonna keep me invested.
Yeah. So this guy just going, like, "Hey, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing here?" Like like he was trying to he was trying to be nice and try to rob me. So while he was trying to persuade me to give me his money, I persuade him that he should be giving his money and his ship and not me giving him his money.
Oh, okay.
So
Alright.
it just kind of like reverse, like fucking Jedi mind tricked him. Like, oh, you're gonna give me your ship. And he gave me his ship, and I have a second ship because of it.
Exactly.
And then when he boarded my ship, thinking that we were cool, I killed him. And when he got stepped foot.
Oh, he could. Wow. The
I
fact
killed
that the person actually wanted to board the ship still.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting how that's working from an AI perspective. Because usually you do something like that in an older game, that's the end of your interaction. You know what I mean? That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
There's some stuff also AI wise. Now I understand that it's a Bethesda game. I've seen the jank.
Yeah.
I've straight up seen the jank, and the jank is hilarious. There's one thing that you might encounter this, Mark, where since you're running a scoundrel, if you make certain places hostile, the security forces are gonna try to kill you, right?
Yes.
But the pedestrians, if there's one of them that's a quest giver, the potential for them to not react is there. So I've seen it where everybody on the screen has their guns out shooting at the main character, and there's the one dude that's supposed to give you the quest just standing there like nothing's going on.
Like, oh.
And you can walk up to him and you can talk to him, and you'll see gunshots and bullets, and you'll see blood on your screen because you're getting hit, and you won't die because you're in a cutscene. You're talking to this guy, and I'm like, good old Bethesda jank is still there. So yeah, right. There's still some funny jank in the game, and I'm kind of enthused to see that stuff. So, like I said, taking my time with Armored Core, but I'm kind of just waiting on the what would they call it? The poor man's edition of Starfield.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. You got Game Pass, so use it. Fuck it.
No, I don't have it, but I kind of maybe I should. Maybe I should. Maybe this is the game.
They took off the $1 for 3 months.
Yeah, I saw. There was an actual article. I think it was on GameSpot about Starfield's coming out and the $1 trial is gone. So
Like, fuck yeah, now you gotta give us something.
they knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
They knew what they was doing.
I got really nothing else.
All right, but you don't have to take it too long. I know you're suffering.
Yeah.
So we could do this. We can get into the Avengers. We talked about Starfield enough. You got it.
You'll talk more.
You're in the trenches, Mark.
Yes.
You're in the trenches.
When
So
I get
you know
more
what's up.
into it, I'll get more. I have more. I'll update next week.
Yeah, definitely. I say stick with it. I know you saying that some of it could be boring. Yeah, I agree with you because I know that's how Fallout can be.
Yeah. I'm
And that's
enjoying
like
it
you said,
though.
Skyrim. It has a little bit of that lull.
Yeah.
So like I say stick with it.
I am enjoying it though.
I've
Like,
seen the dumb stuff.
I see the jank, I see the things, but it's not something that's turning me off on it.
Gotcha.
Like I'm enjoying it. I'm going through it little by little.
Oh, you know what? Okay, before we get into it, I just want to ask you how you feel about this one thing because it's actually important and it might impact games next year.
Okay.
And that is that the video game voice actors may go on strike as union authorizes vote.
That's a big thing.
That's a very big deal, and one of the sticking points is AI.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be replaced by AI. And I've seen, not for nothing, Merc, I've seen smaller games using it
Yeah.
because they can't afford people. That's the difference. When you can't afford big budget, big name voice actors that are part of the union, you know how games be sounding. You know, sometimes you hear, oh, that's definitely like the dev or his brother or some family member in the booth. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they don't even do that. And with the the way they can use AI to voice act, that's a solution for smaller devs. Now, for bigger devs, because I saw that the names EA and Activision showed up, and they're talking about they're definitely looking at them.
Yeah.
Oh, it says the companies. It says
Yeah.
Activision. It says Blindlight, Disney Character Voices, Electronic Arts Productions, Epic Games, Formosa Interactive, Insomniac is on here, Take-Two is on here,
Yeah.
VoiceWorks Productions, and Warner Brothers are the big bullet points on the list of the people that they have problems with.
Yeah. It's important. These writers, these voice actors should get paid. I'm with them with that. If you go with the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild and these streaming services and stuff like that take from these people and don't pay them back for what they do and how they work and shit, so be it. Like, the big thing is these people gotta get paid. You're gonna pay people, pay them. Like, again, you want shit done, pay them. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But
and I would also say, it's kind of messed up. But we gotta kind of be honest here. Like, video games, aren't they a bigger business than the entertainment industry at this point? Did they finally get there?
Yeah, it's getting there. Like, it's there. Like, the games are also a very higher budget too. But it's not.
I'm just saying. But like, I'm just asking about like the money. Did they finally reach that point where they can comfortably say that like video games bring in and cost more money than most movies?
Yeah, 100%.
So again, if you're in that position where you make and you bring in, right, that much money, and then you raise the prices, because don't forget, Mark, times change, right? What's the price of the standard game? $70 now, right?
Yeah.
And we already, and I'll just put this out there because that was a little controversy, the Bayonetta lady.
Yeah.
But that exposed what people were making.
Yeah.
When she was going off on her tangent and whatever was going on with that, some people were bringing up the fact that they are known actors and actresses in that industry for video games, and they ain't making that big money. So when you find that out, and then you have these people, you find out the people on the streaming services are in the same boat, and you see them, you're like, oh, I thought they was rich. And you're like, no, they just like not working like a 9 to 5, basically.
Unless you're like a voice actor,
it's a problem.
Unless you're a voice actor that has like consistent work, like you're there.
Unless you're like the
like
names,
Nolan North, like
Nolan North
in everything.
For Hale, you know what I mean? What's this guy's name? Troy Baker.
Yeah. Because even them, they probably got screwed over a few times before they got their names big too, and
true.
It's not right.
True.
Again, these people should get it like that. Like the Bayonetta, they try to go use her voice, but not have permission to use her voice, and that's kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And then just goes with a new actress just because they didn't want to pay her, and I was like,
they don't want, and it's the money thing.
Yeah,
that was the first time the money thing got spotlight for like non-industry people. I was like, oh, even all that, she wasn't even asking for that. It's funny too when they came out and they tried to go after her for how much she was asking for, and then you find out that it's like, in the grand scheme of things, what the companies pull in per title, still not that much to be asking for, just because they bring in so much money.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's the bigger company that takes most of the money. Even the production crew,
the publisher. Yeah.
But even the production and the people that are directing the game, the art and the artists and all that shit, they probably don't get the pay that they should deserve either.
That's true. You're right.
It's the big rigs, CEOs, and all that shit that's getting the money, and everyone else is getting the scraps of it.
Because they, quote unquote, they make the deals.
Put it this way, Spider-Man 2018, PS4 game. That's Sony's highest selling self-titled game, period. It sold more than God of War, sold more like that. And the voice actors for that game made less than 25 grand.
Really? That's kind of nuts, dude.
And
That's kind of
then,
nuts.
but then that's the reason why they changed the face. There's a lot of reasons of the changing the face and all that shit too, and it's a lot more into that story. But the going into the sequel, they got paid. They also got paid more and all that stuff like that. And they kind of corrected that, and also when they did the remaster run and stuff like that, they changed some of the things and they got paid more for that. But other than that, like, it's bad. It's crazy when you have that much. Again, like, these games are not cheap to make and at all. Like, they're expensive now. They're like over $100 million each. They like GTA 6 is probably going to be the first $1 billion game.
Yeah, might be. And
then the sad thing is, half that company is not even there anymore.
Crazy, yeah, that's true.
That's not a sad thing because they all fucked up, but it's more like the people that had the creativity for the GTA 5, 4, and all that stuff is not there no more. So you might not get the same GTA that you think you're gonna get.
You're right.
And I always warn people that. It was like, oh, you want GTA 6? Like, yo, you know half the people that created that game is not there no more. So, like, the creative way of how they did things are not there. So there's a big chance it could be a big flop.
That's true.
So, but
that's
yeah,
true.
pay these people. Simple as that. Pay these people. As we go into this Avenger movie, pay these people. Pay the damn actors. Not just the big ones. Pay the little ones. Pay the dude that's on the side selling coffee in the movie. Pay his ass.
And then the last thing I will say is that people think residuals. And then you find out, you look at the residual checks. Some people was posting their residual checks. They ain't getting them.
This dude, he's on TikTok and he fucking posts his residual checks. Rufio from Hook.
Yeah.
He posts up his fucking residual checks, and sometimes it's $30, sometimes it's $50, sometimes $100, sometimes it's 2 cents. Like, how you gonna send me a check for 2 cents?
Yeah. What's up with that?
So I think Jericho, I think got once a check for WCW for 39 cents.
Yeah, man.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why John Cena is fucking doing WWE again, because actor strike.
Yeah.
He's not filming anything. He might as well fucking make money in WWE.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. WWE should be fucking, again, there's an independent contract, so they
Well, I mean, they are, but don't forget, they sold.
No, they should also fucking become a unionized thing too, because again, that could go anytime.
Because slowly but surely, video games are unionizing. I think there's a few studios, like, I think Sega is recently one of the...
Unionized, yeah.
Recently unionized. Like, that was big.
Also, what was it? Damn, I just went blank on it. Yeah, I forgot. I went blank on it. But yeah, Sega was one of the ones that line up unionizing. But it has to be done, like, especially if you gotta pay these people. And the companies could be fucking. You can love a company, but you don't know how bad their head fucking part pieces are. Look at Disney. Disney is fucking. That dude is fucking terrible.
Yeah, he's bad. He's bad. Very, very greedy.
Yo, you can take his salary and pay everyone an equal wage.
Yeah, everybody.
3 times.
Everybody.
Take his salary, fire his ass, take his salary and pay everyone.
Like, pay literally everybody, yeah. It's crazy. It's still crazy how this stuff works out.
Yeah.
But that being said, we will go to a
Disney movie.
We will go to a Disney property. Something that they bought. It is The Avengers. The Avengers. It is 2012. It is PG-13. 2 hours and 23 minutes. Let's see. The debut, the release date. We did do this before.
Yeah, we recorded this. We did the whole MCU.
So they have the
May 4th.
premiere here. May 4th. Okay. Did they do that on purpose for Star Wars?
Huh?
As a little nod. Did they do that on purpose as a little nod to Star Wars?
No, I just think they wanted to start the summer movies.
It is directed by Joss Whedon.
Yeah,
who
douchebag.
at this point, we know he's got a bunch of stuff.
He's a douchebag.
Yeah, gotcha. But like at this point, we know there's a bunch of Marvel / Disney related things that he was involved in. But before that, we got
Buffy.
We got Firefly, we have Angel, we have
He wrote Astonishing X-Men.
We say that again?
The Astonishing X-Men books he wrote.
Okay, I didn't know that.
The first 20 issues, the Astonishing X-Men with John Cassidy as the artist or something.
Okay.
Yeah, he did the first 20.
See, that I didn't know. That I did not know. I see he's a writer on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. On Age of Ultron, it says.
Yeah.
He wrote it.
He did Age of Ultron as well. Those are his 2 movies.
Okay. Alright. So there you go. Who we got on the writing for this is also him, Joss Whedon. We have Zach Penn and also Joss Whedon. So
Zach Penn also wrote for X2 United. He did Avengers, he did Ready Game 1, and he did Incredible Hulk. Free Guy as well. He also did Last Action Hero.
Really?
Fuck that guy. I don't like him no more.
What? that's one of my favorite Arnold movies.
But you know what? He did Elektra, so.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, he did that.
All right.
You just shit on him a little bit.
Cast, we have Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark / Iron Man. We have Chris Evans as Steve Rogers / Captain America. Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner / the Hulk. Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff / the Black Widow. Jeremy Renner as Cliff Barton / Hawkeye. Tom Hiddleston as Loki. Clark Gregg, 2 G's, as Agent Phil Coulson. Colby Smulders as Agent Maria Hill. Stellan Skarsgård as Selvig. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts. That grifter. Can't trust him. He's trying to sell you bullshit. Paul Bettany as Jarvis. Alexis Denisov as the Other. The Other, yes. Who else do we have?
That's all. That's the main.
I gotta have one. Where's Thug 1? Where's Alien 1?
Tall Thug.
Excuse me, Tall Thug. Where's
Jeff Wolf?
Who's Tall Thug? Oh, okay. All right. We got to shout out to the thugs, man. Shout out to the thugs. And we got Richard Garcia, S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, uncredited. There you go.
Ashley Johnson as the waitress.
Okay. Jimmy Starr, pedestrian.
The pedestrian.
You gotta throw a little love to the little people. So now let's get the synopsis, because this is, remember, we know the Avengers, but what is this one about? Earth's mightiest heroes must come together to learn to fight as a team if they are going to stop the mischievous Loki and his alien army from enslaving humanity. Okay. So first I have a question. Is this based on any particular story?
No, not really. It's its own kind of cohesive thing of the Avengers coming together. I could say that they kind of took things from the original Avenger comic books to, like, for certain scenes and stuff like that, but other than that, it's its own entity.
Okay, cool.
I'll say more Ultimate Avengers than regular Avengers.
Okay.
That's where the difference is. Most of the MCU stuff is more Ultimate character than original character.
I know that was the mindset in the beginning. And I know slowly they've been allowing non-ultimate stuff to be done.
Yeah.
Or be an inspiration. Because, man, yeah, you're right. A lot of it, like Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
this, like even the non-Marvels, like the
Spider-Man.
non-Disney stuff, Spider-Man, yeah, it's all Ultimate based,
Yeah.
right? So
Which is fine because it's more of a current look on things, so I can understand
yeah,
why they do it.
yeah, I get that. I get it.
But it's also like there's things that you could really use from the past and just update it and not have to change the story arc and whatnot. But then again, it's MCU, and this is something I learned through watching these and going through them and the DCU too, is don't take it literal, and like it does not have to be comic to movie, because it's never going to happen that way. It's always going to be a congested version of the thing if they have to do it, and they're going to try the best to keep it to the original, but they have to go their own route because the movies are different than the comics.
And not even just that. It's like in this world, you can have both, because when they do want to go to an almost literal interpretation, they still have animated things
Yeah,
that they will base off of a particular thing, and they'll just title it like Spider-Man, and they'll call it whatever the subtitle is from the book, or Captain America or something from the book. You know what I mean? So,
but
in
like,
that, you don't have to worry.
but like,
You can have your cake and eat it too.
yeah, but like going to MCU wise, like everything that it has its own bug, like Civil War and shit like that. It was a whole different thing in the MCU than you're gonna get from the comics.
Yeah, definitely.
But then
Definitely.
also you can't use the amount of characters that they had because they didn't have the rights to have the characters they had until now.
This is true. That's
So
what I'm saying.
it all changes and stuff. So,
Mhm.
but this movie was fun.
That is true.
My big gripe with this movie, and this is something that bothered me when I first saw it, the killing of fucking Agent Coulson and how they brought him back. It just really pissed me off, and how shitty they brought him back.
So the death happens in this movie. Spoilers. Loki kills him.
Yeah.
Right. But the bringing back part, I don't remember.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I never saw. Okay.
Yeah, they brought him back Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they kind of like, oh, you had Kree medical in you, and then that's what helped you live and shit like that. And they try to do this whole space shit with him and fucking him living and stuff like that. It was dumb. It was stupid. You could just not have him die.
Yeah. Just say he didn't die.
It was a good, honestly, I'll say it was a good focal point that when he died, it got the team together. So that made sense in how they did that. But other than that, I think you could have did that with a different character, not him. But then again, yeah, you're right. Like it kind of it got the emotional off of everyone in that sense. But it just annoyed me because how bad they brought him back.
Yeah, I could agree with you there, but I wouldn't hold that against this movie.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't come back in this movie.
Yeah.
He just dies. He just dies.
Yeah.
He just
This was a fun movie. Like it had the quips, it had the back and forth, it had the banter. I liked it. I think this is something that MCU has done throughout the years, is that I think they cast great. I think they casted very good with everyone that they picked to be these characters, and I think they do well in that stats. I think they haven't casted bad yet, MCU wise.
The only thing I think that they took too much time on was Hawkeye, giving Hawkeye the definitive personality that they wanted to go with.
I'll agree with that. And then like the diehard Hawkeye, you kind of got his full. Yeah. But I could agree with that.
Because it's the same actor and everything, and then he gets fleshed out. But Hawkeye's got the least, like, flavor to him.
Yeah. He had like he had cool scenes, and that's about it. Other than that, like he was just there.
Yeah. Because again, you could chalk it up to him being introduced here, but don't forget, we saw Thor.
Yeah.
And he was in Thor.
Yeah.
And even in Thor, he wasn't fleshed out that much.
Yeah.
You can see it was more his abilities and less who he was as a person.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the difference between him and Scarlet Witch. Not Scarlet Witch. That's later. Him and Black Widow.
Yeah.
Because you get a little bit of flavor of her.
But she was in it. She was in it a lot more though. Like besides Avengers, she was in Iron Man 2.
No,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like her introduction and then her continued like appearances, she got flavor.
Yeah. Because I think her best one was Cap 2. I think she was like fully a better character in that one. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like he's probably the least focused on this movie, which makes sense.
And it's interesting that that's the case because we have a new Hulk that wasn't in anything, but he gets pretty fleshed out.
Yep.
You get a whole bit of who he is, and then you get the relationship that builds between him and Black Widow, like their friendship that kind of goes a little more of them caring for each other and whatnot, and then they show you some of that in this movie.
Yeah.
And just to that point, like I will say, like everybody, he's like the weakest link in the movie at Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And then but to the movie's credit, everybody else is super strong. And that's good.
Yeah.
So like I like this Hulk.
Yeah.
Even though I was a fan of Edward Norton, I know they said the guy was probably full of himself or whatever, so he ended up being a problem to that point. I get it. The dude's done a lot of stuff, and he probably at this point didn't he have some awards?
Yeah.
So he probably thought his shit didn't stink. Whatever.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably stuff that he did that in hindsight he probably thinks probably stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was the case. But here we have all these actors and actresses, and like they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Like I can't really fault this movie for any like the acting is not the point. It's not the problem in this movie. I think they did a good job with the set pieces because this movie does not ever dip into like the gritty, the gray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like colorful throughout, and that's a part of like I think Avengers history, not just the actual backgrounds and stuff, but like the characters and things like that.
Yeah.
Like the costumes and the colors and all that, and just even the effects on like the weapons and like you got because again we do have to take into account the CG and stuff, and like at this point you can't really fault it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. They got aliens and they're not practical effects.
Yeah.
Full on alien invasion, no practical effects, and they look pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You got Hulk, he's not a real thing, and he takes down the giant was it Satari monster.
He slams.
It looks good. It looks good. Yeah, slams the shit out of Loki. Yeah, man. So I gotta give him props for it.
No, it was good. It was a good movie. Good action
the money
movie.
Went somewhere.
Good action movie. Good quips back and forth. Good chemistry throughout the actors. I think they all had like a good chemistry with each other and their little banter back and forth and stuff. Yeah, it was a fun movie.
It's a fun movie. Yeah, and I think that the fact that this is a movie that is very quotable. We have a Hulk, you know what I'm saying? Like there's lines in this movie that were quoted for a long time. Like I don't know all of them, but there's a lot.
And it's the first stepping stone for MCU of bringing the Avengers together.
And I was to say, thinking back at 2:23, you would think that it could be too long, it could drag, or it could end up getting a little boring. But no, it has very, very good pacing.
So what do you give this movie?
I'm gonna give it personally, I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
4.25. All right, so your 4.25s are Punisher 03, X2, Watchmen. Those are your three.
I'm gonna go above X2.
Okay.
No, you know what? Can I put it right next to it? No. Because I like them both. X2 is kind of special though. You know what? I'm gonna put it under X2. Me, under X2.
Okay. Avengers 4.25.
Like I will openly admit, Captain America, First Avenger, and X2, I am incredibly biased against.
Okay.
Like four. So
I'm gonna go 4.25 as well, and I'm putting it right under Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Okay.
Avengers.
And now I'm gonna have to find that Captain America voice from the Data Eastgate.
Yeah.
The Avengers.
All right.
I can't move.
So our next movie for next week's comic book theater is Men in Black 3.
Not bad. I remember seeing this in the theaters, and I was not upset. It was okay.
So we got Men in Black 3, Amazing Spider-Man, Dark Knight Rising, and Dread. That will close out 2012. Our preview of 2013, we have Iron Man 3, Man of Steel, Lone Ranger, R.I.P.D., Red 2, The Wolverine, Snowpiercer, Two Guns, Kick-Ass 2, and Thor: The Dark World.
Okay. Almost to Dread. Almost to Dread.
You're almost there. Three more casts.
I'm just saying, that's another movie. I'm biased. I'm telling you now, that's a 5.
Yeah.
Telling you now, for me, that's a 5. Love that movie.
All right, we will wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, or X, whatever the fuck I want to call it. YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Merc the Mic. Also follow up my TikTok, Merc the Mic. I'm doing a lot of games and figure photography and all that stuff. I'll see all the stuff I got. Right now, there's a post of Doom sitting on my collection like she owns the shit. Just chilling, laying on it like a bed. It's cute though. And also shout outs to Tenacious T and his podcast Pop Corny. He recast as with Jeremy Sriracha, and it's him as Tots Grew Up, and they do pop culture talks and Straw Hat Tyler. Check them out. They're on Spotify. Pop Corny. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Get set for the vibe unfolding. See life like an action sequence. Put it down, let the beat start rolling. Upload to the mainframe. I'm on the satellite holding in. I see my people stepping it up now. Download that, we go with it. Got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. Got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. Got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. Got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. Get ready for the ride.